I mean, the offensive line helped him out with the push, but he's got like 4 guys on him. He's like, I'm not going down yet, pal. I got another 2-3 yards left in me. And he carried the masses down the field a little bit more.
Well, it's also important Williams doesn't screw up. That's the other thing. You can go conservative here. How bad the Philly offense has been. Your defense is playing well. Don't make a stupid mistake. That's the other thing I don't get. There's nothing wrong with the field position game as well. One more first down, you'll be near midfield. So you can play the field position game too now.
Oh, and by the way, if they go back to the first drive again and they are in field goal range on 4th and short, take the points. Kick the field goal. Right?
Yeah.
Because this Philadelphia offense has been, that's a season-long problem here that we have, obviously. You're right. And the clock can become your friend here as well. And there's a Swift going for about 4 yards. So it's going to be third
Well, all right.
and about 6 or so when we come back here. Oh, boy. Win some, lose some, coming up next. And we'll keep you up to date on this game and obviously.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
Columbus, Ohio area. City View Sportscast, a part of the iMedia One Network, is proud to bring you Canton-Akron Jets hockey here at the Thanksgiving Classic, and they'll kick it off here. Well, what was scheduled for 4:45 will be just about, maybe about 4:48, 4:49, as the Canton-Akron Jets get ready to take on the old Olentangy Berlin Bears. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you here on Ring 3 at the Chiller North as we get ready for this tournament weekend. Jets were last in action 2 weeks ago as they would compete in a showcase. They would come out 3-1 on the weekend. Their only loss was to Miami of Ohio, the Junior Redhawks, as they would have to navigate around a trio of suspensions. However, after that, getting the full roster back, they would win 3 in a row Their last game was on Sunday, November 16th. They would take on the Indian Hills. They would they would get, it would end up being a 7-0 shutout for the Canton-Akron Jets. It would be Brent Jankowski in net. They would stop all 17 shots that he faced. And for Indian Hills, they stopped 31 out of 38. Want to remind you, coming up tonight on Western Reserve Radio, the Youngstown Phantoms back in action at the Cavelli Center as they will host the Tri-City Storm. 6:45 airtime, 7:05 puck drop if you cannot be there. But of course, if you can, get down to the Cavelli Center for all the action. Call 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825 for great seats, affordable fun, and of course, the future stars of the National Hockey League. Canton-Akron will take the ice in their away uniforms, their white jerseys with the navy blue numerals outlined in light blue, with the navy blue helmets, navy blue pants, and the white socks. And for the Berlin Bears, they will come in their all Columbia blue jerseys and pants, darker helmets, white numbers. They will be designated the away team. Canton-Akron will be designated the home team. Jets will be back in action tomorrow morning at 11:30, and we will step aside here for our national anthem just prior to puck drop. Our nation's national anthem is that only means we are just moments away from puck drop here. Olentangy Berlin will come into this game at 1-3. They are part of the OHSAA side of the hockey world here in Ohio. They are just getting their season started here in the beginning of November. And for Canton-Akron, under the USA hockey side of things, they are 16-4. Again, going 3-1 last week. 2 weeks ago down there in Oxford, Ohio. Both teams ready here. From center ice here, it'll be Braden LaChance getting this one started for Canton-Akron. Craven going to bounce this one off the boards down the far side, set it behind the net of the Bears. They will start, and it will be shot all the way back down ice, and it will be Brett Jankowski getting the start in net for Canton-Akron. Pryor out defensively for Canton-Akron. It'll be Larson. He'll send this one around the back of the net to the far side. Braden LaChance there. He'll try to chip this one up on the boards. It'll be picked off. It'll go off the body of Stagmeyer and into the net of the Canton-Akron Jets. 14:28 left here as we will play 15-minute periods here. And we'll drop this one to the left of Brent Jankowski. Morrow nicely sift. Barbieri. And Tyler Benson will be out for Canton-Akron. They'll send us down the far board nicely. Trying to work past a Bears defender. Still trying to get a roster here for the Bears. We do apologize for that. That was somewhat delayed as Barbieri chipping this one backhanded. He'll try to dump it deep from the blue line, but he won't get all of it. Puck back in the Jets defensive zone as Max Morrow from the far left corner. We'll try to force this one up by the board. Berlin, though, right there. Dan Sifto going to backhand and send it back out to the point. And Berlin will return the favor. Let's send this one back behind the goal line and around the kick plate. Barbieri from behind the net. Jankowski will send this one off the board. He'll get it out to Benson. Benson up the far side. He'll have it returned to him. And Barbieri will set this one up from behind the net of Jankowski. He'll get it back out to the point. Tried to get it to Tyler Benson. And from around the net, it'll be Thor Chavold trying to find somebody there. Canton-Akron went for a change. They'll have to set up. And Sebastian Dapp from the point, though, can set up and keep this one in. Berlin, however, with the puck, they'll come around the far side, upper right corner to from where we're at. So try to chip it right back around the board to Max Morrow. Morrow, they'll just bank this one gently off the boards. Keep it deep into the zone. Deacon Johnson in the corner battling for it now. They'll try to work it across the slot there, and it will be Berlin trying to get it out of the zone, but nowhere to go there. Berlin Bears, again, coming in at 1-3 on the OHSAA side. Barbieri from the point, tried to shoot it through traffic. And it'll be returned by Berlin. They'll chip this one up into their own bench. And the clock will stop with 12:28 left here in the first period. Face off to come to the right of the Bear netminder. They'll send it around the near plate. Back out to the point. That'll be Gage Weaver. Weaver centering it across the ice in the upper right corner. And Canton-Akron working from behind the net. Now we're Matt Kovich. We'll try to clear it. But Lucas Black there. Lucas Black coming back here, say on a full-time basis here. Just wrapping up his season with the West Branch Warriors. They bow out in the regional finals of the OHSAA football playoffs. Great season for the senior from Beloit, Ohio. Shot by Ethan Bell. It'll go over the head of the Bears netminder. Wyatt Dilly on the ice. He'll send this one across ice to Balestrino. Balestrino up the ice. And it'll chip it deep down into the zone. They'll battle for it in the near right corner. Ethan Bell now up against the board. He'll be chased down by a couple of blue jerseys. Try to find somebody in the slot. Nobody out there. He'll get it back out to the point to Balestrino. Balestrino going to take the shot. Had an opportunity, and it's going to be covered up by Berlin. Don Balestrino also voted all NEO for golf this year in his high school. The sophomore out of Mineral Ridge. Craven and Pryor defensively now. Stars, Braden LaChance with the shot off the face-off. Didn't get it to go. It'll be stopped. It'll drift out the center. LaChance sending it back in. He'll send it down towards the Bears net. And back out to the point. Craven walking the line. Won't be able to keep this one in. However, picked up by LaChance. We'll drop it over to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer tried to get it in. Kind of hesitated. Was waiting for the other Jets to clear the zone. Berlin now with the puck. And they'll try to work it across the face of the Berlin netminder. Up against the boards. Right in front of us. That'll be Lehigh and Craven battling for it. Drop behind the net. Stagmeyer from the far side will send this one back around the kick plate to Craven. Craven upended by Grady Clifford. And Pryor now. From behind the net of Jankowski. Out to the boards. It'll get past ours, but Braden LaChance there to back him up. LaChance. Working through center, trying to find an option. Takes a shot. It's going to go wide right of the cage and into the corner. 10:20 left here. First period. No score if you're just joining us. Game 1 of the Thanksgiving Classic down here at the Chiller North in the Columbus area. Of course, Ohio State weekend here is Morrow sending this one through center. on the near side. Tried to get out to Tyler Benson. Benson battling for it. It'll drift back to Stiff. Stiff will palm this one down. He'll go D to D. Send this one over to Barbieri. Barbieri through center. Will lose the puck. The closest one to it will be Magnus Green for Berlin. Stiff dropping this one to the far side. They'll reset it from the blue line. That'll be nicely with it. It'll be almost lost it. Tried to keep it in, but sent back down behind the goal line where Jankowski stands in the net. Stiff and Benson both reaching for the puck now and head out towards the blue line. Benson will be upended, and the puck will remain stagnant there at center and then be redirected back behind the goal line behind Jankowski. Stiff back in this one to Barbieri. Barbieri to the near side. They'll try to get this past Rhett Bishop. Try to work this into Larson. Larson couldn't get to it. Bishop now on Barbieri down behind the net. They'll battle for it. Puck will come loose, and it'll be Larson. Trying to work through the circle. Bishop trying to get high in the slot. Tyler Benson with the back check. Nicely there as well. No opportunity on the shot. And a shot on net. It's going to go. Rhett Bishop will get the scoring started for Berlin. The Bears will take a 1-0 lead. 8:45 left here in the first period. I want to remind you, coming up, the Youngstown Phantoms will be in action here on Western Reserve Radio tonight. 6:45 airtime, 7:05 puck drop with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. Borshevold trying to work through center. Work this over to Dab. Dab and Deacon Johnson out on the ice. Weaver at the blue line. He'll take a shot, try to get through traffic, and it'll be redirected down in the lower right corner. Johnson from behind the net. Tried to feed this one back out to the blue line. It'll get tied up in some traffic. Chavold will send it back down. Sebastian Dab there. As he tries to hold it in, it'll be Berlin now. Actually running into each other. After some hesitation, it'll be Larson that will just chip this one down. The Bears will go for a change. And Weaver will send this one back up the boards. Deacon Johnson. A little bit too much on it. It's Kovic there for the puck. And from the far side, drifting to the right to the Bears netminder. And it'll be Berlin down the near board with a little bit of speed, takes a shot. And it's going to go wide right of the cage. Cam Perry with the shot. Craven off the bench, working it through center. He'll get this deep down in the Jets' offensive zone. And they'll work against the boards on our near side here. Puck loose here now. The chance, stepping in, intercepts it, takes a shot, pad save. An attempted rebound by Wyatt Dilley, couldn't get it to go. Back into the slot, but it'll get past the stick of Jack Pryor. Pryor will have to chase this one all the way back to Jankowski and send it off the board. Tried to catch the Bears in a change. Berlin still working it. Puck still loose at center. Send this one to the far side. Pryor taking the shot. Redirected to the far side. 5:43 left here, first period. Berlin with a 1-0 lead. Pryor beating it out to the far side. A chance, trying to work through the boards. Trying to work past Hendricks. Berlin trying to clear it. It'll be kept in by CAK. It'll end up behind the net in the offensive zone here. 5:19 left in the first period. From the point, we'll take a shot from the far side, redirected. And now Craven will chase this one down at an angle. And Berlin will go for a wholesale change. He'll send it to the far side. Tried to get over to Pryor. Was redirected by Stagmeyer to get it to Pryor. Going to make a good connection on it. Nicely. From the far right corner. Tying it up as we tick down here in the first period. Berlin with a 1-0 lead. And back out to the far side. Barbieri with the backhand. Trying to get it deep back into the zone. It'll end up back on the stick of Barbieri. This one time he'll chip it off the glass. And he'll head down towards the goal line. It'll picked up by Nick Fraley. Fraley trying to work it around. He'll get it back outside. Dan Siff, though, stepping in. He'll work it around the net for the Jets. And Pryor going to take a one-timer. Didn't get all of that. The puck going to sail all the way down to Jankowski, who will have to step out and set this one up for Jack Barbieri. Barbieri banking this one off the boards. He'll work it past Cam Perry. Back through the slot. Nobody there except for Alex Flesher from Berlin. 4:54 left here, first period. 1-0 is your score. Jets trail. And they'll work in front of the net. Send it to the far side. Morrow with the backhand. Didn't get all of that again. Back out to the point. Chavold trying to take the shot. It's going to be a blocker side save. And we'll get the whistle with 4:34 left here, first period. 1-0, Jets trail. And our good luck to Youngstown State tomorrow as they will host Yale in what used to be the 1AA playoffs, now the FCS. They'll play that one at the Ice Castle. Berlin working through center, trying to get past Dab. Morrow there. And now dropped in a shot, bad save. Another backhand rebound shot from Hendricks. And Berlin takes a 2-0 lead. With 4:11 left here in the first period. Alex Hendricks adds the second one. Jets will go for James Bell, Weaver, Black, Balestrino, and Dilly out now for the Jets. Jets moving left to right on your device. And we're going to have a change in net already as Connor Mold will come in. Bishop trying to work through center. He'll have this taken away by Black. Black with some speed. He's by himself. Takes a sharp angle shot, pad save. Down the near boards. With 3:52 left here, first period, 2-0. There's the Jets deficit. Weaver sending this to the far right corner. Ethan Bell battling for it behind the goal line. Weaver now back out the line, trying to take a shot, but going to go off the boot of Larson and be redirected through center. Back into the slot, picked up by Berlin. Berlin chipping this one off the glass. Lehigh had nowhere to go with it. Balestrino from the far board. Chipping this one off. It's going to go off. The official actually slow it down. And it's going to give an opportunity. That was Cam Perry on the shot. Puck was redirected off the official right back toward Connor Mold. Dilly trying to work it into the zone. He'll have to have the puck taken away. Berlin. Back through center. Flesher with it. Tried to set something up. Weaver will take it. He'll send it back out. Clipper tried to palm it down, but he'll send it right over to Braden LaChance. LaChance through center. Nobody there. Spinning shot. And it will be redirected on the near boards. 2:42 left here, first period. Jets with a 2-0 deficit. Stagmeyer taking the shot. That'll be pushed away by the Bears goalie. Berlin trying to work it out of the Jet zone. They'll get it just barely out of there as Braden LaChance will try to set this up with Jack Pryor. Pryor on the near board now. We'll send this one deep into the Jets offensive zone. 2:19 left here, first period. Jets looking to get on the score sheet here. Palm down by Morrow at the blue line. He'll bank this one off the boards. Down to the near right corner. There'll be a battle for it. 2:05 here on the clock. And a shot from the blue line by Pryor. It'll be glove save. And the clock will stop. Just 1:59 left here, first period. Berlin Bears 2. Canton-Akron, nothing. Jets are coached by Sean Houston, assisted by Ethan Everhart, Johnny Evans, Mike Furlong. Coach Houston already making the change in net as we'll have this one tied up against the board. And do we have a penalty coming up, or is this going to be an offside? Okay, so this one's just going to be an offside as Craven and Barbieri will come in defensively for the Jets. Sif will win this one. He'll send it down the near board, try to get it deep into the Jet zone. With 1:40 left here, first period. Berlin, no. The intonation, try to send it through center. Reigart with it. He'll chip this one down the board. He'll take a bump from Rossi nicely. Craven sending it down behind Connor Mold now. Tyler Benson trying to feed it to Sif. Sif out to center, tried to hit nicely, led him too far. And we have 1:20 left here in the first period. Contact up on the near board. Puck tied up with a host, with the majority of both teams in there. It'll come loose down. They'll work it down the far board. And it'll be a shot on net by Barbieri, nearly from mid-ice. Under a minute to play here. First frame. Berlin with a 2-0 lead. Craven. Send this one out to the far side. Tried to hit Dan Sif on the pass. Sif couldn't control it. It ended up in the lower right corner. Trying to work from the slot. And Berlin back through center with some speed. Gage Weaver there. Won't get a shot off. Deacon Johnson there as well. Thor Chavold trying to clear the zone. Couldn't get it out. It'll be redirected. And Gage Weaver will head around the near side. He'll try to get this one off the board. He'll be tied up by Larson. Larson will slow this one down. 19 seconds left here, first period. Lehigh had it. Larson will chase it down, try to keep it in the zone, but it'll drift out to center. Sebastian Dabb with 11 seconds now, trying to get through four blue jerseys. Takes a shot pad save with just 5 seconds left here in the first period. That will bring us to the end of one here at the Chiller North in Columbus, Ohio. After one, Canton-Akron trails by a score of 2-0. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on City View Sportscast, a part of the iMedia One network.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. The Village Tavern has been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
To the stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
Ice cut here at Chiller North in Columbus, Ohio. Canton-Akron Jets going to the locker room trailing 2-0, as it would be Bishop at 8:45 And Hendricks at 4-11, finding the back of the net for the Bears to give them the 2-0 lead. And the Bears would outshoot Canton-Akron 12-3. I'll remind you again, coming up tonight, the Youngstown Phantoms back in action. And we back at the Cavelli Centers. They will host the Tri-City Storm. 6:45 airtime, 7:05 puck drop from downtown Youngstown. Great tickets still available. However, if you cannot make it to the Cavelli Center, by all means, tune in to Western Reserve Radio with the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack. This will be the first of 2 games this weekend. Tomorrow night, they will meet up with the Tri-City Storm again. That will be a 5:45 airtime, 6:05 puck drop, hour earlier. So after the game, you can go downtown, get a bite to eat. Maybe head over to Penguin City, a nice spot there in downtown Youngstown. Of course, a big day in sports tomorrow as the Youngstown State Penguins will host Yale in round 1 of the FCS playoffs. And also a little game going up there in Ann Arbor, Michigan, as the Ohio State Buckeyes will head up to take on the Michigan Wolverines. That, of course, a 12 o'clock kickoff. We will be on the air here with the Canton-Akron Jets tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on the score. So plenty to keep you busy tomorrow in the world of sports. Speaking of, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, Pat Lucia and Dave Clark for 3 hours with the Saturday Morning Sports page. It will touch on all the big topics this week in the world of sports. So a lot going on simultaneously. At 11:30, the Canton-Akron Jets are also scheduled to take on Dublin Kaufman. So that will be on Western Reserve Radio 2. As soon as Pat and Dave Clark wind that up, we will Western Reserve Radio will join us in progress on Western Reserve Radio 2. Easy for me to say. Speaking of, it will be Mark Means and Dave Clark headed down to New Philadelphia tonight. With a 6:40 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff, they will bring you the OHSAA Division 7 football semifinals as the undefeated McDonald Blue Devils will take on the Jeromesville Hillsdale Falcons, or the McDonald Blue Devils. They are playing for an opportunity to get to championship weekend in Canton at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Of course, all the action brought to you by Mark Means, Dave Clark, Matt Craven, in studio pushing all the buttons, keeping us on the air. We'll step aside for another timeout. When we come back, we will have second period action here from Chiller North in Columbus. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Watch this. Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice. Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
How scared are you guys? How scared are you?
What keeps you motivated?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Your best source for everything hockey is here. The NHL app is your place to get every highlight from every game.
McDavid, to the net, score!
Off the ice player content you won't find anywhere else.
You guys have a helmet I could throw on for this?
The most NHL edge stats and advanced analytics and ways to catch up on the game how you want, when you want. When it comes to following the NHL, don't settle for anything else. Hockey is better on the NHL app.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Think back to the beginning. That first game. That first jersey. That first moment when you knew you'd found your place. What you wear today started with a feeling. A feeling that changed everything. NHL Shop, a Fanatics experience.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Back here for second period action here at Children North in the Columbus, Ohio area. Big weekend here in the Columbus area. However, all that action will take place up in Ann Arbor, up with that team up north. I accidentally said the name earlier. My apologies to the entire Buckeye world. However, take a look at this game here. Jets trailing by a score of 2-0. And will be the Berlin Bears starting this off with 8:45 left in the first period as Bishop would find the back of the net. And then with 4:11, it would be Hendricks bearing one past Jankowski. That would warrant head coach Sean Houston to make the change in net. Connor Mold now in net here in relief of Brent Jankowski. Jets will be back on the ice tomorrow at 11:30. They will take on Dublin Kaufman in the first of two games tomorrow. And back on the ice tomorrow night as they will see the Hilliard Hockey Club again. Those two teams met just a couple weeks ago with Canton-Akron getting the 4-2 win Over the Hilliard Hockey Club. And then this is tournament style, so we will see what the schedule will be on Sunday. However, the Jets do not make some adjustments. There may not be a Sunday here. Whitman will be in net for the Berlin Bears. We apologize, got a roster kind of late here. I want to thank the gentleman that got that for me. Very kind of him. Trevor Whitman, the netminder for the Berlin Bears. As both teams get ready for second period action here, there's going to be a cut every 2 periods, I believe. But the cuts go back to the previous game. So there was a cut after the second period. They played the third period of that game, the first period of this game, and then we'll go to another cut. So one of those unique tournament rules. I don't like the way they do it in Oxford when they split the second period in half for a cut. However, we will switch sides now as Whitman will be in the net to our left. Connor Mold to our right. Craven, Bell, LaChance. That's going to be Balestrino. And it'll be Sebastian Dabb starting off in the penalty box. Didn't see that. My apologies. 90-second penalties here in this tournament. So, penalty kill team out for Canton-Akron. Craven trying to take the angle away and send it down to the lower right corner. Canton-Akron on the perimeter. Chance pushing in from the blue line. Try to send it down across the face of Connor Mold. It'll go right of the net. 1:06 left here on the penalty. And Canton-Akron will clear this one. Actually, an opportunity here for a shorthanded goal. A chance. Takes a shot pad save by Whitman. And we're going to get a penalty coming up against Berlin. They're going to send Lehigh to the box. And it's going to be a slashing charge against Lehigh. He will head to the sin bin for 90 seconds. So we are 4-on-4 for the next 57 seconds. And then Canton-Akron will go to the power play thereafter. Canton-Akron will get a 33-second power play as Bell, LaChance, Craven, and Pryor out for the 4-on-4. LaChance from the right of Whitman. He'll send this up against the board out to Craven. Craven. Send this one back down to the circle. He'll feed the LaChance. LaChance going to go across the face, and we're going to get a whistle as the net will come off its moorings. They'll reset this. Took me a second to see that here, but puck watching. Here now is LaChance. Will take this to the right of Whitman. Bishop for Berlin. Back out to the corner. Takes a Craven with the one-timer. It's going to go off the boot of a Berlin player. Be redirected. And it's going to be Bishop now down ice. Odd man rush here. Craven will stay with him step for step. Bishop will hold up. Try to get back out to the blue line. Take the shot. It's going to go off the stick of LaChance. And up into the glass. Lower right corner here. Pryor will try to send this back out to Bell. Bell tried to sweep it out of the zone and couldn't get it out. It'll go into the lower right corner. 12 seconds left on the penalty to Sebastian Dabb. 40 seconds left on the penalty to Lehigh for Berlin. They'll send this one back around the net. Craven trying to tie it up for the last few seconds. They'll actually squeeze it through, and they'll send it across ice. And Canton-Akron will clear the penalty. LaChance working into the zone. They'll draw across the circle, try to send it over to Lucas Black. Black back out to the blue line, back to Lucas Black. Black to the left of Whitman. Trying to find somebody in the slot. It'll take the shot, and it was LaChance going wide of the cage. Back out to the blue line now. As Pryor will drop this one down in the circle for Black. Black backhanding it over to Doris. Mason Doris going to lose this one. They'll send back out there, but LaChance will be able to keep it in. Chased down by Perry. LaChance trying to feed it in the zone. Redirected back out the center. And it'll be Canton-Akron setting up here as both penalties cleared now. We're back to 5-on-5. With 12:45 left here, second period. Jets trailing 2-0. Black trying to work from the near board. Gives it over to Sif. Sif be bounced around a little bit. Black feeding into the slot. Try to get it over to Tyler Benson. It's going to go high in the air, and it'll be Berlin that finds it. Down in the corner. They'll bank this one off the boards. Out to Weaver. Weaver dropping it, but he'll lose this one. He'll try to send it back over to the far side. And down into the corner of the Jets offensive zone. Now Benson will step in there and send it around there. Sif working hard for the Jets. They'll from the far corner. Takes a shot, and it's going to go in. Goal for the Jets. Now we'll see who it's going to get credited to. Is that going to be Rossi Nicely on the redirect, or is it going to be Jack Barbieri? Either way, it bounced around on the line. So actually, Tyler Benson, I believe, is going to be credited with the goal. That will cut the Bears' lead to 2-1. We'll drop this one again. Jets moving right to left on your devices. From center. Back out. It'll send us to the far side. Jets into the zone. Takes a shot. Going to bounce over a Bears stick. And then Whitman will stop it on the awkward bounce. The clock will stop with 11:57 left here, second period. Sif to take the face off against Hendricks to the left of Whitman. To get it out to the blue line. And it'll just head outside. Jets will have to vacate on the delayed offside. Back out to the blue line. Condas had it. He'll lose it. It'll be Sif that'll send it back around the net of Whitman. So Nicely going to get the credit for the assist. As Hendricks will battle this one for Berlin, but Benson from around the net of Whitman. Will take a bump from Kovac. And LeChance going to be upended. He'll go down. Recover quickly. Berlin now trying to get into the zone. Balestrino there. We'll tie it up down in the far right corner. 11:10 left here, second period. On the far side, puck will sail behind the goal line of Whitman. And no icing coming up here. And it's going to be a shot on. LeChance trying to sneak one in from the right side of Whitman. And it'll be the Bears now. Condas now through center. He'll try to work through three white jerseys. He'll lose it. As Bears will go for a change. He'll bring it around the far side. Through center. Berlin going to go D to D. O'Keefe will send this to the far side. They'll try to set it up from behind the net of Whitman. Down to the near side. Through the slot. And it'll be Fraley with it. Couldn't get it all the way out, but he'll be backed up. And Berlin now. The shot. Sharp angle shot. It'll go across the face of Connor Molden and down into the lower right corner. From the point, they'll drop this one back down behind the goal line in the Jets defensive zone. 10:15 left here, second period. There'll be no intermission between second and third as Lehigh will send this one out to the near side. That'll be Bishop. Bishop up along the boards. He'll take the shot. Knocked away by Connor Mold. A little blind spot for us here as the puck will sail down here and try to feed it in the center. Try to get it to Dilly. Then that'll be Fraley. 2-on-1 coming if they hurry. And it's going to be a shot. And it's going to go off the post. Rebound shot. Knocked away by Mold. 9:41 left here. Second period. O'Keefe trying to clear it out of there. Out of the Bears defensive zone. Craven, though, will dump it deep behind Whitman. From the near side, it'll be Ethan Bell taking a shot from Bishop. Puck loose. They'll battle in the corner. Lucas Black there as well. Shot from the point. That'll be Jack Barbieri. It'll go off the shoulder of Whitman. Stagmeyer trying to pick it up from across the ice on the far board. And loose now is Bishop. Will be on his own. He'll send this one out to the left side. And it'll be swept away by Connor Mold out into the corner. Craven going to send this one up into the netting, and the clock will stop with 9:02 left here. Second frame. Jets trailing by a score of 2-1. Pryor, LeChance, and Morrow will head to the ice for Canton-Akron. We'll drop this one to the right of Mold. LeChance taking the face off for CAK. Will be redirected on the near board. Berlin will send this one back down. They'll have to vacate the zone, though. Canton-Akron will have an opportunity to set something up. Try to send it across ice. Try to get it to Mason Doris. Couldn't connect on the pass, though. Perry from the near board. Trying to chip it into the zone. And it'll be redirected back to the Berlin defensive zone. Doris with it now. No possession here now. Finally, Perry trying to send it through center. Couldn't connect on the pass. And Morrow coming in and put a big shot in here. Puck now from behind the net of Mold. We'll head back out to the far board. 8:25 left here, second period. And now it's going to be Canton-Akron from the far side. Odd man rush, 2-on-1. Takes a shot wide right of the cage. It'll hit around the kick plate. and it'll be kept in by Max Morrow. Morrow, the former Newark General, try to take it from Clifford. Clifford will work around, and we'll send that back behind the goal line, picked up by Stagmeyer. Ollie Stagmeyer going to chip this one down all the way down into the Jets defensive zone. O'Keefe will try to get it out. We'll get it to Hendricks. Hendricks finally gets it to Condis, and Condis down the near board into the Jets defensive zone as we hit the 7:48 mark of the second period. Mold coming in relief for Brett Jankowski. That made in the middle of the first period as Stagmeyer takes a sharp angle shot. Tried to work past Lehigh, but only sent it around the boards. A Sif will get it back out. Lehigh will pick it up from the slot. He'll clear it out of the Bears defensive zone through center. And he'll take a shot right into the glove of Connor Mold, the senior out of Poland Seminary High School. Two seniors out of Poland Seminary High School here, and Will Craven. Former Youngstown Phantoms, in addition to Lucas Black. Mentioned him earlier, so the puck sail around here. Gage Weaver with it, and Berlin will pick it up, trying to work it back into the slot. Nobody there. From around the back of the net, it'll send around the kick plate. Tyler Benson will go through his legs. Dan Siff now. It's a 2-on-1 if Canton-Akron hurries. O'Keefe defensively there, and it'll be nicely tried to feed it, but just went off his stick odd. And it'll be Benson now with a rebound shot. He'll take another one. It'll head around the kick plate over to Tyler Benson. Benson on the near side. Bishop intercepting it. He'll take it around the far side for Berlin. Rossi nicely there for the Jets. And Weaver able to rip it away. But Fraley will send it right back to him. And Siff now will go D to D. From the far side, Canton-Akron trying to work into the zone. It's going to be Balestrino. Balestrino, the sophomore, out of Middle Ridge High School, gets the goal! Chips it right over the shoulder of Whitman. And the Jets have erased the 2-goal lead by Olentangy Berlin. It is 2-2. That coming with 6:30 left here, second period. Balestrino, reassigned for a couple weeks to the varsity team, scored 14 goals in that period. Refined a few skills, and here, the defenseman puts one in for the Canton-Akron Jets. 6.5 minutes left here. Second period, Perry and Black for the faceoff. Back out to the defensive zone. Craven going to go D to D. He'll send it to Barbieri. Barbieri, cross ice, try to feed Chavold. Chavold couldn't handle it. He'll be able to chip it back down into the zone. Lucas Black there. And Kovic try to send it out, but for Chavold, blocking him. Craven feeding it back behind the goal line. Green now got out to Black. Black couldn't handle it. Cruz now will send it out into the center, and it'll be Stagmeyer that will intercept it and send it behind the line of Whitman. And a big attempt at here, hit against the boards. Lucas Black, the defensive back for the West Branch Warriors, he likes some contact. Action will end up down in the Jets defensive zone now. 5:35 left here. Second period. Jets once trailing 2-0, have tied this one up at 2 here in the second. It's a lot of twos there. From the lower right corner, our blind spot here. Chiller North Ice Rink number 3, Craven will send it back down to Whitman. Whitman from behind the net will initially send it for Schweigart, but he'll bounce out. Lehigh will have it, and it'll be Stagmeyer that'll keep it in the zone. Stagmeyer looking for somebody to feed. He'll backhand it, try to feed it over to LaChance. LaChance couldn't get his feet as Mason Doris now back out to the blue line. Taking a shot from the line. It's going to go off of the Bears player and to the far side. Jets will keep it in. Mason Doris there. They'll back to the blue line. Jets will once again keep it not on, but it'll creep just outside the center, and Canton-Akron will clear. Pryor feeding it into LaChance. LaChance trying to take a shot, back checked by Lehigh. Puck on the far side now. Tyler Benson tried to keep it in. Jets will have to clear. LaChance will be the last one out. 4:30 left here, second period, as O'Keefe will feed it out to center. No possession here. Puck being bounced around like a ping pong ball. And Jack Pryor from behind the net of Connor Mold will back this one off the boards of Tyler Benson. Benson working to the inside. Couldn't get any help as the Jets went for a change. Bishop Bounced up against the boards. The puck will come loose, but though Bears will work it back down into the zone. With 4 minutes left here, second period. O'Keefe trying to send it, get it out of the Berlin defensive zone. Tyler Benson, though, not letting him. Now, it's going to be Dan Siff with the backhand. He'll get the Morrow. Morrow taking a shot right into the belly of Whitman with 3:45 left here, second period. Jets back on the ice tomorrow at 11:30. They will take on Dublin Kaufman. We'll go on the air just about 11:25. Face-off to come to the right of Whitman in the Jets offensive zone. Nicely for the Canton-Akron. Siff around the net, trying to find somebody to feed. Gets it back out to the point. He's going to sweep this one in from the point, and a rebound shot from a Nicely. Couldn't get it to go. Siff will regain possession. A good look for Nicely. Shot coming from the right corner by Bell. Siff, he bounced around there. Looked like he had a little hold on the jersey, but Canton-Akron now from the circle to the far side by Nicely. Down into the corner to Bell. Bell feeding around to Siff. Siff looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. Trying to work to the near board. Coach Sean Houston trying to get somebody there. He'll take a shot from the point. That'll be Balestrino. He'll be stopped by Whitman. Balestrino with the goal earlier to get the Jets on the board. We'll get a stoppage with 3:04 left here. Second period. Stagmeyer, LaChance, Doris, Balestrino. All in. Stagmeyer waiting in the slot, waiting for the feed. It won't go. Can't connect on the pass. Balestrino dropping this back down into the circle to LaChance. LaChance will sweep it around the kick plate. Doris trying to get away from Lehigh. He'll lose the puck. Clifford there for Berlin. He'll feed it over to Hendricks. Hendricks trying to clear the zone. He'll head through center. A man rush. Here's Hendricks. He'll be pushed into the boards. He'll lose the puck. And it'll sail back out to Lehigh. Lehigh on the far side, though, trying to get to it before LaChance got there. Back into the slot. Intercepted by Balestrino. Picked up by the Bears and a shot. And it's going to be redirected by the Jets player. Went off a boot. We'll send this one out to the far side through center. It'll be Perry. Perry, his pocket picked by Gage Weaver. Weaver from around the net of Connor Mold. 2:11 left here, second period. As Weaver trying to feed this one down ice. He'll try to get it to LaChance. LaChance chased down by Kovic. He'll send it around the kick plate. That'll be Mason Doris to the far side. He'll pick it up and try to hold on to it. He'll drop it down into the circle. It'll be Stagmeyer trying to push it, but Bishop will have it, and he'll be one-on-one with Craven. Craven trying to take away the inside as Bishop tried to take the sharp angle shot, swallowed up by Mold. 1:45 remaining here, second period. 2-2 is your score. Jets went into the break between the first and second period with a 2-0 deficit. However, Benson and Balestrino add goals for Canton-Akron. Face off to come to the left of Mold. 1:45 left here, second period. Tied up in the circle. Trying to shoot it across there, be redirected, bounce around as Craven will try to clear it from behind the net. He'll get out to Tyler Benson. Benson tried to sweep it around, couldn't get all of it. Berlin from the right side of Mold. Tried to get a shot off, couldn't get it. Too many white jerseys there, and will be covered up by the senior netminder with 1:22 remaining here, second period. No ice cut here between the second and third period. Two is your score. Rough start for Canton-Akron. Make some changes in net and some adjustments at the break. Now we're back to all even. As Green tried to bounce this one off the boards, couldn't clear the center though. Green going to do it again. As it turn right back to him. Canton-Akron with it. Morrow tried to spin around to get it away, but it'll be Green. It'll step up. It'll jump right over his stick actually and head back behind the goal line. And back out to Schweigart. Schweigart trying to get it past Siff. Siff there, he's going to go down. And Bishop will try to clear it. Less than a minute left here in the second period. Puck will slowly sail in front of Whitman, and we'll get the whistle with 49.5 seconds left here, second period. Lots of action in the state of Ohio tomorrow. Again, Canton-Akron Jets will be back on the ice, as well as the Youngstown State Penguins. You were in the area there. We will host Yale at the Ice Castle. Stagmeyer and Perry for the faceoff to the right of Whitman. Stagmeyer going to send us down into the corner to the right of Whitman. LaChance stepping in there. He'll tie it up as well. Hendricks has it. LaChance tried to get a shot off, but what he got in the way there, Hendricks will send it down deep into the Jets' defensive zone. Jack Pryor sending around the board, try to get the Stagmeyer. Bears will keep it back in. We're going to get a whistle. And it looks like we're going to have an elbow. 26.9 seconds left here in the second period. And who is this one going to be against? And it's going to be Berlin going to the box. Canton-Akron will go to the power play. Jack Schweigert will send Canton-Akron to the man advantage. LaChance, Weaver, Craven, Sif, and Stagmeyer. Face off to the right. Perry will have the face off for Berlin. Back to Weaver. Weaver trying to drop it low, but he'll send it back out to LaChance, the blue line. Back into the circle for Weaver. Weaver behind the goal line. Gets it to Craven. Back to Weaver in the circle. Back out to LaChance. LaChance from the circle. Weaver trying to look for some room to take the shot. And it's going to go in. It's going to go off and ricochet over the right shoulder of Whitman. And the Jets, for the first time tonight, take a lead 3-2 with 7 seconds left here in the second period. And we'll clear the penalty for Berlin as Gage Weaver adds the goal for CAK. Just 7 seconds before the end of the second period. Perry for Berlin will send this one down to Mold off the faceoff. Connor Mold just send it around the kick plate as he will try to end the second period here at the Chiller North, here near Columbus, Ohio. After two, Canton-Akron Jets, they take a 3-2 lead over the Berlin Bears. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on City View Sportscast, a part of the iMedia One network.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Give the Jets the lead. Whitman has stopped 20 out of 23. Connor Mold has stopped all 6 shots that he has seen here in the game after taking over in the middle of the first period. Mold will be in the net to our left, Whitman to our right. LaChance will take the face-off for CAK. He'll put this one through his legs and back to Balestrino. Balestrino feeding to Weaver. Weaver trying to feed it through center, trying to get it to Doris. It'll run into traffic and be tied up on the near board. Third period just underway here. Canton-Akron with a 3-2 lead. Out behind the net of Mold. Canton-Akron will reset. Balestrino bounce this one off the glass around the head of Gage Weaver. Weaver, the senior out of Strasburg, Ohio, or as we affectionately call it, Stras Vegas. Look back out at the blue line now. Green trying to battle for it. LaChance trying to reach in to grab it, but Berlin will be content to send this one deep and head for a change. 14-15 remaining in the game. Weaver will battle Clifford. Clifford trying to center up the boards, couldn't get it past Darth. LaChance there, Hendricks as well. And Clifford will end up with it at the blue line. He'll try to drop this to Hendricks. It'll go up and over the twig of Hendricks and back to the far side. LaChance from the far side, around the boards. Picked up by Weaver. Weaver looking for an option. He'll try to get out the LaChance. LaChance will send this one deep as the Jets will go for a change here. 13:44 remaining in the game. Craven, Barbieri, Sif, Doris, Tyler Benson out for the Jets. Berlin now working right to left. Berlin trying to work through center. Doris with the back check. He'll get it away from Fraley. Barbieri will set up the board and get it to Sif. Sif takes a shot and right into the belly of Whitman. Clock will stop with 13:22 left in the game. Face off to the left of Whitman. The clock will start to run. 3-2 is the score. Jets trailed by 2. Craven now will send this one deep into the zone. Around the kick plate. It'll be in the lower right corner. And it's a little bit of a blind spot for us. And we're not very high. Can't see too much. But it'll be nicely. Trying to send it back out to Barbieri. Barbieri with a sweeping shot. And it's going to be redirected off the pad of Whitman. No work from center. Tyler Benson taking a shot. And it's going to be covered up by Whitman. As action will be brought to a halt with 12:50 remaining here in this third period. Jets with a 3-2 lead. Phantoms action tonight, as well as OHSAA playoff action. Face off to the left of Whitman. And it was an opportunity for Chevaux to take the shot. Couldn't get it to go, though. Puck tied up on the near board. And Berlin will bring this one out of the pile. It'll be poked off the stick of a Bear. And Jack Pryor will have it. Trying to feed it out on a short pass to Thor Chevaux. Chevaux actually going to be able to get possession. Takes the shot wide right of the cage. 12:23 remaining here, third period. Again from the lower right corner. Jack Pryor taking the shot, but didn't get a good angle on it as Max Morrow dropping it back down. Tried to get it into the slot to Deacon Johnson. Johnson from the far side into the corner. Send this one around for the Jets, and they'll have it swept away by Berlin. They'll try to get it out to center. Pryor, though, will get there first for CAK. Morrow tried to gather it up on the far side, but he'll be knocked around behind the goal line. Jack Pryor had it, and he'll be knocked off the puck by Bishop. Bishop into the zone. He'll send it out to the far corner. Bishop taking a one-timer. They're going to go wide left. Bell had it. Green will sweep it away from him. Morrow will step in, knock Green into the glass. He'll feed this one into the slot. Bishop couldn't get all of it. Couldn't set it up. And Bell will give him a shot. The puck will come loose, and it'll go off the stick of Dilly. A shot over the head of Mold. It's going to be on the right post and covered up by Connor Mold. 11-12 left here, third period. Jets 3, Bears 2. Face off to the right of Connor Mold this time. Perry and LaChance for the draw. Send this one back out to the point. Shoot it from the blue line, and it'll be redirected here. Sent back to Clifford. Chance thought he was going to have a shot at it, but Clifford sending it into the zone. Balestrino standing in front. Takes a shot. Blocker side saved by Mold. Darth's going to poke it out through center. Stagmeyer there as well to put some pressure on. 10:45 remaining here in the game. A chance from the lower right corner. Trying to find an option. behind the net of Whitman. It'll be the Bears bringing it out with possession through center. From the far side, Balestrino in the way. They'll have to just chip this one deep behind the goal line. Gage Weaver will work this off the glass. He'll get out to Mason Doris, but too far ahead for him. And Bishop will have it. He'll send it to a teammate and back through center. However, Stagmeyer, Johnny on the spot. He'll get the back and forth pass from Balestrino. Knocked off the stick, and Weaver now through center will have possession for the Jets. He'll try to get it into the zone. He'll get it just there. Sif had it. Sif now with the shot. We'll go wide right. 10 minutes left here, third period. 3-2 is your score. Berlin coming in at 1-3. Jets 16-4 from the near side. Bishop working against the glass. Craven one-on-one with him. He'll send it to the far side. It'll head out the center, and the Bears will have to clear the zone. It's Bishop. We'll send this one down to Connor Mold. He'll stop it and play it out to Tyler Benson on the near side. Benson will send it down into the far right corner. 9.5 minutes left here in this game. Craven with the puck now at its center. He'll chip this one deep again. As a couple of Jets will go for a change. Barbieri will make his way to the ice, as well as captain Braden LaChance. Craven down the near board, trying to get it away from Berlin. As they wait for the change. Deacon Johnson now at Clifford. And we're going to get a whistle. And offside will be the call. Kind of a close call there, but I'm sure the Jets won't complain about it. Right at the line with 9:09 remaining in the game. Jets down 2-0 after the first period. Come back, take a 3-2 lead in the second frame. And now Black will take this one against Perry. Pryor will have to pick it up from behind Connor Mold. Pryor to the far side, sending it out to the point. And through center, Pryor again. Will have to reset this one. He'll send it to the far side, try to get it out to Wyatt Dilly. Dilly joining the travel team just here in the last 3 weeks. The junior. One-timer from the blue line, and Max Morrow couldn't get all of it. 8:35 remaining here in the game. We'll explain how things kind of go in this turn. A little different here as the puck will sail to the far right corner. It's not just the wins in the game that are going to help you advance in the tournament. As the Jets chasing this one down into their own defensive zone. Pryor up the near board. He'll send this over the head of Lehigh and down behind the goal line of Whitman. They'll return it all the way around down the far board. Max Morrow tried to get it out of the zone. Bishop right there, though. He'll palm it down. And Stagmeyer there to break it up. As there were 3 players in Columbia blue. Doris down the far side. He's got a chance to his left. Couldn't get to the puck. It'll be redirected back to the Jets defensive zone. Pryor now going D to D. He'll get that out to Morrow. Morrow tried to send it out. Couldn't get it all of it. Larson had it. And it swept off his stick, but behind the net of Connor Mold with 7.5 minutes left in the game. Max Morrow through center with some speed. Doris behind him, far side to the left of Whitman. Tried to reach it all the way around, couldn't handle it. Stagmeyer will be there to back him up. Stagmeyer battling for it. Berlin will come out with it. Bears through center. Gage Weaver in front, but a chance with the back check. They'll keep the puck at center with 7:10 left here, third period. Weaver working around Condis. Down the far side. He'll be to the right of Whitman. Takes a shot, looking for a second goal of the night. Couldn't get it to go. Under 7 minutes to play. As nicely from the right side of Whitman takes a shot. It'll go over to the cage and into the netting. And the clock will stop with 6:48 left here in third period. So the rules for this tournament are it's the teams advance by period scores. So the Berlin Bears won the first period with 2-0. And then the Canton-Akron Jets won the second period 3-0. So the Jets looking to put a goal up here. Still incentive to score and not only get the win, but win the period. Balestrino will chip this one out of the defensive zone at the center. Sif trying to send it out towards Whitman. Whitman will set it up for play. Tyler Benson there for Canton-Akron. Sif, though, intercepting the puck. And nicely with an opportunity. Couldn't get all of it. It'll sail around the far side down in the lower right corner. Weaver going to feed this one D to D. He'll get it to Balestrino. Balestrino sending it gently around the boards. Trying to get it to Nicely. 6:13 left here. Canton-Akron looking to get a goal to win this third period. And Weaver takes a shot, and it's going to be redirected up into the net off the pad of Whitman. The clock will stop with 6:04 left here, third period. So you got to be good at math in these tournaments. Face off to come to the left. Here's Lucas Black. Will take the draw for Canton-Akron. Take the shot off the draw and tried to keep it in, but Barbieri will have to chip this one down behind the goal line. They'll say no. He kept it in, actually. All right. We'll take that call. Chavold battling from behind the net. Trying to work around the net of Whitman. Couldn't get it to go. He'll try the other side. Berlin, though, now with the steal. We'll send this one. It'll go off the pad of Connor Mold-Craven there. With some speed, he'll have Chavold behind him. He'll get it into the zone. He'll be bounced off the board a little bit here. Trying to bring it all the way around. And to the far side, Barbieri there. Chavold going to keep it in the zone. Shot from the right of Whitman. He'll glove save that one. 5:21 remaining in the game. 3-2 is your score. Canton-Akron with the lead. Connor Mold stopping all 10 shots he's faced here after coming in relief of Brent Jankowski. Barbieri from the blue line, backing us off the far board, down into the corner. Darst there. And it'll be sent back out to the circle here. Barbieri will take the shot from the blue line. Puck loose in the front. It'll go up and over. And Berlin will pick this one up on the near board. Brought out to center. Berlin with an opportunity, but it'll be Barbieri now. Through center, it'll be backed up by Craven. Barbieri trying to force this one up ice, and it's going to go off the ceiling. Interesting strategy as we get the whistle with 4:52 left here, third period. That's a bold strategy there, Cotton. Jets with a slow start. Rebound here with a 3-2 lead, but need to score a goal here in the third period to get the credit for the third period win. Pryor trying to work it off the glass here nicely with some speed. He'll be tripped up a little bit, but puck will be sent back to Morrow. He'll try to get it through center out to Nicely. He'll work past Nicely down behind the net, and Berlin will have it on the far side. Bears trying to head this one over the board. So both teams with some incentive to score here just to win this third period. 4:18 remaining here in the game. Pryor out to the far side. Pass Nicely. And it'll be redirected back behind Mold, and it's icing. Coming up against Olentangy Berlin. That's easy for me to say. We'll take the puck all the way back down to our right. Face off to come to the right of Whitman. 4:10 remaining here. Third period. Jets 3, Bears 2. Bell with the win on the draw. Trying to take a shot from the blue line. But it will be redirected off the boot of a Bears player. Sail back in there. There's Larson now trying to work to the inside. He tried to work to the right side of Mold. Mold working left to right. And he'll knock the net off the moorings. I don't think anybody's noticed, including Connor Mold. Johnson into the zone. He'll have Bell to his right. He'll have to hold up, though. Couldn't get a clean pass in there. And it's going to be Pryor with the shot. Another shot by Morrow. Both stopped by Whitman. Puck still loose. They'll battle for it. We'll get a whistle with 3:32 remaining here in the game. Lots of action for Whitman in net for the Bears. He has now faced 35 shots and stopped 32 of them. I get paid the big money. Mason Dars to take the face off to the right of Whitman. Balestrino, Weaver, Stagmeyer out as well. 3.5 minutes left here in game one of this tournament weekend, the Thanksgiving Classic. here at Chiller North. Palestrino trying to keep it in. He'll have his pocket pick, but it'll glide back to Weaver. Weaver off the board, trying to set up Doris, but Berlin going to be there first. Stagmeyer working it back down behind the goal line, trying to slot, trying to get it to Doris. Still loose. Palestrino trying to keep it in. He'll have it out at center, and he'll get it to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer will send it all the way around the back of the net. And the favor will be returned down on the upper right corner. Berlin with possession now. Send it across the ice to the far side. 2-on-1 odd man rush here. It'll take the shot and it'll go off the boot of Dom Palestrino. Hendricks from behind the net. On the kick plate, out to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer going to send this one down towards the net. Icing should be coming up against the Jets. Not a lot of that tonight, as a matter of fact. 2:33 remaining in the game. Both teams trying to put a goal up to win this third period. Barbieri, Craven, Tyler Benson, Rossi Nicely. And we'll get a timeout here. 2:33 left here in the game. We'll step aside for a quick break as well. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on City View Sportscast, a part of the
Man, I loved playing high school sports growing up. And it's fun being a fan now, don't get me wrong, but sitting in the stands feels like I'm missing out on all the action, you know? I wanted to get back in the game, so I signed up to be a high school official. It takes me back to my playing days. I'm supporting students, and I get paid to make the big calls. Do you want to see the game up close? Sign up to become an official in Ohio at highschoolofficials.com.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Out of the timeout, 2:33 left here, third period. Jets with a 3-2 lead. They'll have the faceoff to the left of Connor Mold. Fraley for the Bears will take this one by Canton-Akron. Back out to the blue line. Green will try to keep it in, try to drop it into the circle. Barbieri will clear it out the center. It'll jump over the stick of Tyler Benson. Siff working it around back into the defensive zone. Gets to Barbieri. Barbieri will get it deep into the offensive zone. Nicely. Upper right corner. Trying to work to the inside. He'll have it poked away. And back all the way down to the other end. We should have an icing call coming up against the Berlin Bears. 2:03 remaining here in the game. Jets 3, Bears 2. Both teams trying to score here in the third period, as each of these games are awarded points if you win the period. So the Bears won the first period 2-0. Jets won the second period 3-0. And now either team looking for points here up for grabs. So a game, even if the Jets would win, could technically, in tournament math, could end up a tie here, one period apiece. So shot from the point by Barbieri. Berlin now on the rush, down the far side. Icing as now empty net now for Berlin. Interesting, as Dilly trying to keep it into the zone, and it's going to go just wide of the cage here. 1:14 left here. Man advantage now. Puck loose, almost swept away by the Jets. Berlin down the near board, trying to feed it back out to Perry. Perry through center, couldn't get to it. And it's going to be a shot on goal, and it's going to go wide right. Ethan Bell will get the icing call with 57.3 seconds left. Empty net for the Bears as they go for the win. We'll drop this one to the right of Connor Mold. Pryor, Weaver, Stagmeyer, Doris, and LaChance all on the ice for Canton-Akron. Perry to take the face off. Bishop to his left. Send this one out to center. Canton-Akron. Trying to send this one back out. Going to go off the right side of the cage. Poked away by Mold. Pryor tried to poke it out of the zone, couldn't. Weaver backhanding it now out to center. And it's going to be Doris. Doris with an opportunity. Doris going to score! 39 seconds left here in the third period. Jets take a 4-2 lead. A gamble by the Bears doesn't pay off. And with 38.8 seconds left, Jets trying to win this period. Mason Doris gets the empty net goal. So Chance will come in for the faceoff. He'll try to finish this one off. Weaver dropping this to Pryor. Pryor in the defensive zone. He'll get it out the center. Just long enough here. Pryor will sweep it back to Weaver. Weaver taking the shot to the left side. He'll credit Mason Doris with the goal unassisted. 17 seconds remaining here. Game number 1 of a tournament weekend at Thanksgiving Classic. As Berlin now down through center. Had an opportunity. And Clifford going to take the shot. Glove save. And the Jets ace steals one from Clifford. We'll have 5.9 seconds left here in the game. Face off to come to the right of Mold. Jets with a 4-2 lead. Berlin still trying to get one, and Larson will take the face off against LaChance. Try to tie the period at least. Thought the Jets will win this third period according to the tournament rules. And Weaver off the board now. With just 2.5 seconds left, they'll take a shot. Final one redirected. And that will bring us to the end here of game number 1 of the weekend. And the Jets get a 4-2 win. And they win 2 out of 3 periods here at the Thanksgiving Day Classic. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back. We'll give you some numbers, and we will wrap it up here from Chiller North. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Watch this. Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Nice. Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped.
Let them know what they're in for here.
Here we are.
I'm scared of you guys. I'm scared of you.
What keeps you motivated? I think winning. I don't really know any different.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Game number 1 of the weekend. Jets 4-2 win over the Berlin Bears. Scoring would go like this. It would be the Bears jumping out to a 2-0 lead in the first period with Bishop and Hendricks bearing goals for Olentangy Berlin. And then in the second period, it would be Benson, Balestrino, and Weaver all finding the back of the net for the Canton-Akron Jets. And then to finish it off, Mason Doris would get the empty net goal. That would win them the third period. Again, we talked about the rules here in this tournament. So the Jets win the periods 2-1 over Olentangy Berlin. Connor Mold in relief saw 15 shots. He stopped all 15. And for Whitman, he saw 35 shots. He stopped 33 of those. Of course, he will not be penalized for the empty net goal because he wasn't there. Plenty of action coming up here tonight as we just get started on the iMedia One Network, as Mark Means and Dave Clark will bring you the McDonald Blue Devils and the Hillsdale Falcons from New Philadelphia Stadium. 6:40 airtime on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio. And then, on Western Reserve Radio 2. And on Western Reserve Radio, of course, it is the Youngstown Phantoms back in action at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. They will host the Tri-City Storm. 6:45 airtime, 7:05 puck drop in Game 1 of the weekend. They will meet up again tomorrow night at 6:05, an hour earlier there on Saturday, as the Phantoms sweep a couple from Dubuque just a couple of weeks ago. Happy to be back home. Let's see if they can take a couple from the Tri-City Storm. And, of course, big day tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m., Pat Lucia, Dave Clark with the Saturday Morning Sports Page 3-hour edition. That'll be 9 to 12. We will go on the air at about 11:25 on Western Reserve Radio 2, as the Canton-Akron Jets will take on Dublin Kaufman. And then, of course, you got the big one in Ann Arbor. The Ohio State Buckeyes taking on the Michigan Wolverines. But more importantly, Youngstown State Penguins will be at the Ice Castle. With a noon kickoff, they will host Yale in round 1 of the FCS playoffs right there in Youngstown. Get your tickets. Go out and support our Youngstown State Penguins there at the Ice Castle in Youngstown as they look to get to the second round of the playoffs. So I want to thank you for joining us here. Hope you stay tuned for all the action coming up here tonight on the iMedia One Network. Of course, always free on the iMedia One Network app for iOS and Android. For Justine Carney, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us. We will see you back here tomorrow as the Canton-Akron Jets will be back on the ice to take on Dublin Kaufman. 11:25 airtime, 11:30 puck drop scheduled here on Western Reserve Radio 2, a part of the iMedia One Network. We hope you enjoy all the action here tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
The lawsuit acknowledges that the voice is a cash impersonator, but it is still illegal because of a Tennessee law that protects easily recognizable voices. Former LSU coach Brian Kelly received a letter from the university confirming that he was fired without cause and is owed liquidated damages as required under his contract of about $54 million. The letter clears the way for Kelly to withdraw